Ever heard of only the educated are free? Why does these people claim that only the educated are free? Why is the question? That is what you need to ask yourself, because it's all choices that we make. We can choose to educate ourselves on certain subjects. We can choose, instead of being ignorant, instead of having a lack of knowledge, we can educate ourselves on certain things. You are healthy? You can educate yourself to be healthy. Well, you don't have a certain knowledge on a certain subject. There is research on that specific subject that you can dive into in order to have that knowledge that is needed. Because everywhere, the internet is here. The internet is everywhere. If you are interested in a certain thing, you can do your own research on it. Pick up a damn book. If you're so interested in changing your life, changing yourself, pick up a book, because that's where education starts. You should adopt this childlike curiosity on certain things, because you don't want to be the loser who goes on the path of ignorance. Be the winner who goes on the path of knowledge and implementing that knowledge. Isn't that the name of the game? By implementing the knowledge that we absorb, that is the name of the game. For some it might take a long time, for some it might take a short period of time, but if you can, whatever knowledge you go into, whatever thing you're interested in, if you absorb that knowledge, always take action on that knowledge. And action might come in various ways. You might want to share something that you've just studied, something that you've just found out. You might want to share that, or you might want to implement it in your own life. And the one thing you do not want to do is compare yourself to others. Because if you see a person on the internet who has more than you have, you are likely to compare yourself to that person. But what you do not see is that person went through all that struggles, that suffering. They had to educate themselves where they are now. Because people need to understand this, education is freedom. You would want to be free, right? Who wouldn't want to be free? But we need to understand that freedom, where does it come from? It comes from knowledge. And knowledge, you can find it everywhere. That's why people in ancient times, there's books out there that you can read about these people, that you can implement into your own life. People like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, people like these. There's always a way to improve yourself in certain areas of your life. So seek the knowledge. Seek what you want to go into. Because by being wise, that is where the game changes for you. So, if you're interested in changing yourself, again, physically, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, there's certain books, or you can do even research on it. There's certain books that you can read to go into these type of subjects. Anything you're struggling with, do not think it's the end of the world. If you're stuck somewhere, do not think it's the end of the world. If you're stuck somewhere, ask yourself, what can I do? There's certain knowledge that I can absorb and implement it in my own life. That is where you should start. Stay strong. Because if you feel like you're stuck somewhere, it's not the end of the world. You can get out there. Love you.